cheers you on. Oh, you found your passion? Awesome. Follow your passion. Live with passion. Be passionate. Chase your passion. When you're obsessed, they're like, why you gotta be so crazy? Why can't you be satisfied? Why do you always gotta get things so perfect? Why do you spend so much time here? When you're obsessed, people think you're nuts. High performers are obsessed about the topic in which they're trying to learn, master, grow into. And if no one thinks you're crazy, you're not yet operating to the outer limits of your potential. You're not there yet. Because somebody in your life should say, you really care about this in a crazy way. And when you get there, you know you found your thing. It becomes necessary for us to excel in this. It's not a hope anymore. It's not a preference. It's a must. It becomes so necessary that it connects with our identity, that we feel it is necessary for me to deliver with excellence here because that is who I am. This topic, this thing I'm doing, I care about this, I want to master this. And when we hit that, game changer.
Every moment, every minute, every hour, every day, every week, every month, every fucking year, for as long as it fucking takes for you to get where you're going, you should be consumed with that path. You have to dedicate every breath, every ounce of energy, and every thought and effort that you possibly have in your heart to becoming what it is you want to be. You better learn to get really used to being uncomfortable. And if you could get used to being uncomfortable, your fucking limits are non-existent.
I think there are a lot of people that have dreams and aspirations of things that they always wanted to do, but it wasn't the right time, or they didn't have enough money, or they didn't have enough experience. It's never the right time. You're never gonna have the right experience. And all of a sudden you wake up and you're 70. And you're like, God, I wish I could have done it.
It's what you don't do that screws with you later on.
I get one shot at this life.
It takes courage to be successful. It is far easier not to be successful. Misery will always have company. Success breeds contempt. If you don't want to make waves, be mediocre. Be normal and fit in.
See, life is 10% what happens to you. It's 90% what you do about it. You get a setback. You get thrown off course. You lost your mama. That's dirt. But show me something that has grown into something beautiful that didn't have no dirt on it. You need dirt on you to develop these because dirt ain't just dirt. Dirt is fertilizer.
Fit in with everybody else. Dress like them, walk like them, act like them, eat like them, go where they go, think like they think, do what they do. And once you neutralize your uniqueness, you don't need courage. It takes courage to be different. It takes courage to go where you've never gone before. For some of you, it took courage to come to this conference. It takes courage to get you outside of the bar. It takes courage to be successful. It takes courage to win. People don't talk about people that don't win. If you win, they're going to talk about you.
It's like a magic up and down. These
Patience and engage in consistent action. See, everything does not always happen, ladies and gentlemen, when we want it to happen.
I don't accept that I am what I am and that is what I'm doomed to be. No, I don't accept that. I'm fighting. I'm always fighting. I'm struggling and I'm scrapping. And I'm kicking and clawing at those weaknesses to change them, to stop them. Some days I win. Some days I don't. But each and every day, I get back up and I move forward with my fists clenched toward the battle, toward the struggle. And I fight with everything I've got to overcome those weaknesses and those shortfalls and those flaws. As I strive to be just a little bit better today than I was yesterday.
There's no longer any room for excuses. Excuses are tools of the incompetent used to build bridges to nowhere and monuments of nothingness. Well, we've got no time for excuses. Nobody is going to give you anything that you have not earned. Nobody cares how tough your upbringing was. You have no college training. You were labeled educable, mentally retarded. You failed twice in school. They put you back from the 5th grade into the 4th grade, and you failed in the 8th grade. You've never worked for a major corporation, and you are going to become independently wealthy. Right. They laugh. They're going to laugh at you.
Did you see Power? Absolutely not. Did you see the Game of Thrones? Absolutely not. I'm trying to blow up. Many of you are not where you're supposed to be, not because you're not gifted. You have absolutely no discipline.
There are two kinds of people. There's the type of person who says, I'm going to wait till I feel like it before I do it. And then there's a person who says, I've got to do it so that I feel like it. One will never get anything done because they're still waiting to feel the moment to move. And the other person says, no, I need to move, and then I will begin to feel the movement.
Courage is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. It takes courage to act. Part of being hungry when you've been defeated, it takes courage to start over again. You have got to be relentless. You got to be the kind of person that you are fearless. You are unstoppable. The last chapter to your life has not been written yet, and it doesn't matter about what happened yesterday. You have something that you brought to the universe, and that if you decide that my life deserves my developing this what I do well, I grant you, you'll never ever be without. I grant you that your gifts will take you places that will literally amaze you.
What's going to separate you is when it's beast time, when it's war time, you got to get up and make it happen. I just need you to keep walking toward it. I don't need you thinking about it no more. You're doing too much thinking. You analyze it too much. You're talking yourself out of it. Oh, E, I don't know if this is going to work. I tried and it didn't work. I just need you to keep moving. I need you to make up in your mind that the only way you can lose is if you quit. I will not give up. I will not give up. I will not give up. I will not be bought or sold. I work too hard. You can't just say you want it. It's cute to say it. But when it's showtime, when the sun comes out, when the sun comes up, you've got all the books, you've got all the tapes, you've got all the access. Now it's time to hunt. And what separates you from everybody else is that when it's time to hunt, you're ready to hunt.
A person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except thoughts. So, he loses touch with reality and lives in a world of illusions. By thoughts, I mean specifically chatter in the skull, perpetual and compulsive repetition of words, of reckoning and calculating. I'm not saying that thinking is bad. Like everything else, it's useful in moderation. A good servant, but a bad master. Most of us would have rather money than tangible wealth, and a great occasion is somehow spoiled for us unless photographed. And to read about it the next day in the newspaper is oddly more fun for us than the original event. This is a disaster. For as a result of confusing the real world of nature with mere science, we are destroying nature. We are so tied up in our minds that we've lost our senses. Time to wake up. What is reality? Obviously, no one can say because it isn't words. It isn't material, that's just an idea. I'm not trying to put you down. It's an expression of you as you are. One must live. We need to survive, to go on. We must go on.
Come on and love me. Come on and trust me. Come on and hold me like you do.
Cool. And here we are, guys. This is the second episode with Mom. We're going to be doing the taste test of our Skittles vodka we did yesterday. It's been sitting here marinating in its Skittle goodness. You got this froth of pure sugary crap that we're going to get out of it. While we're doing this and having our nice beverages that we've prepared, we're going to have my madre here talk about some graphic novels. And she flies in a lot, so whenever she flies in, we'll have a nice little session of graphic novels. So why don't you go ahead and tell them what we're going to be talking about?
I have two sets that we're going to talk about. You don't want me to just start talking about one. Do you want me to start that?
Just go ahead and grab. We're going to grab this. She's going to grab one, and she's going to talk about it. And while we're doing this, we're going to also do this. What I'm doing right now, guys, is I'm just going to take this bottle here, and I'm going to strip this layer of the design off it. And while I'm doing that, she's going to talk to you about Borderline. Go ahead.
So one of the first sets I have is Borderline, and it is written by Edward Riso and Carlos Trillo.
Who are those people?
Who are these people? Well,
who are those people? I've never heard of them.
Well, they're awesome people, and then they're very well known in the graphic novel world. And in fact, one of them has done. Oh my goodness, I've already forgotten it. That will come back to me. What they have done, but this was originally written in Argentina, and then it was translated into English, and it was kind of one of my first. I think I got that 10 years ago, and it was one of my first graphic novels that wasn't DC or Marvel or kind of the Saturday morning cartoon kind of thing.
Your hee-haw comic.
Right, like this was gritty and bold and was completely different and kind of blew my mind. And so it's always one of my favorites because it introduced me to something completely different that I didn't know graphic novels could be.
How many comics and graphic novels, just shoot from the hip, do you think you have in your possession? Well,
the last time I had that app that you downloaded, which has disappeared since then, I had 600 items and over 300 series. Like they weren't just one-offs, they were the whole series of them. And so
she's a collector of these things. She knows what she's doing.
Our local comic book store loves me. They call me if I haven't been in there in a while. They want me to come in because they make money off of me. And
I hope she's not dead.
And I have, I have a thing. I probably should go to some kind of group or something.
That's her thing, man. That's what gets her rocks off. A nice graphic novel.
So Borderline, and I took notes. How do I turn this on? So Borderline, the story is, I can't say that there's anything in here that's completely new. It's a dystopian future. We've all read or seen things like that before.
What got the world there? Comet, volcano, war. What?
It doesn't really say what the fall was about. But what ends up happening though is like they have the 1%ers and then the 99%ers, and so that is a concept that is in multiple books. And what we are left with is the super rich that live they live in the castle, so they live up here. And then they have everybody else kind of lives in this, they call them subdregs. And they live down below, and the only reason they haven't been destroyed, because they have done cullings before, is they use them for parts. So the 1%, if they need a new kidney or they need a new eye or if they need another leg, they just go down and they use them for scrap.
They're going to need some parts.
Exactly. And there's also drug addiction in it, and their drug is called hope. Ooh. And when they take this hope,
I want some.
They forget about how terrible their life is or how terrible their world is, and they'll do anything for hope. And you kind of have to read, you find out kind of where the hope came from later on. But
I'm having a lot of trouble with this damn top of this bottle. Pause this for a second. Pause this, Borderlines.
All right.
Stop at the drug called hope that everyone wants, and help me with this. What is this?
Oh, you need to get the lip. Give me that knife. You need to get into this.
Don't cut yourself on live TV. Don't cut me.
I'm not. How can I be cutting you? You're not anywhere near me.
Don't cut me.
Oh my god.
Did you get it? Or did you cut me? Alright.
I told you needed a razor blade for this.
You told me that thing would do just fine.
There.
Alright. So, I'm going to keep this on pause for right now. Again, we're at Hope Drug Use Borderline. Go ahead and just toss all this.
Okay.
Just throw it over there. I'll clean it up right after this. So then we got this nice bottle here. This tonic. Right? And so she's going to start working on this bottle. And we've got this tonic here. Now, we are going to go ahead and start the process. We'll do red first. I went ahead and got a filter and a funnel. I'm going to put the filter in this bottle. I'm going to put the funnel in the bottle, and then it's just going to work. I mean, that's just how it works. Hey, be careful with that knife. I'm serious. You messing around too much with that knife. Okay, and we're going to get this froth out of here. But as you can see, those things are gone. I mean, they're gone. They're definitely in this. So we're going to get this rid of.
You're going to have to take this off for this.
Yeah, I'll get that one. So, okay. So we were talking about a dystopian. Dystopian. We don't really know how. There's something called a castle. The higher ups live in this castle, and the lower downs live in the slums, and they want the drug called hope. Right?
That's
where
right.
we are? Cool.
Yeah. Okay. And so
what's next?
Well, I bookmarked this. Hold on.
Okay.
Because there was a great quote.
Because everything I just said sounded like that Dread movie, which was a pretty good movie.
So I don't know if you can see it here, and I just love the artwork. The artwork in here is just incredible and different. It's been different than anything that I've ever seen. The way they use the black and the white, I've just never seen anything like it. But one of the things, one of the quotes in here is hope. Hope is the drug that lets them think it's all getting better, that happiness is about to unload on the world. But it's not.
Oh, it ain't.
No, it's not. And so the main character in here, this is book 1, and there's 4 of them, and I'm so sad that they haven't done more, or they haven't done another offshoot. But her name is, what they call her Crash. But formerly, her name was Lisa. And she's a part of an elite corps that's that's sent out by, there's 2 ruling factions. They call themselves, there's the council and then there's the commune. And the council and the commune, they kind of like work together, but not really. They're all trying to overcome one another and be the top tier. But so she is part of the elite corps, and she's kind of sent out like a hitman. But when she was Lisa, she was sold for Hope, her love of her life. His name was Emil. He sold her to get Hope, and then they changed her. They took some parts from her, they put in some augmentation, some mechanical augmentation, and she can't even hear what people are saying. It comes up as gobbledygook music. She only can tell by what their body language is or what they write out for her. And when she speaks, they can't understand what she's saying either. So she's isolated, and she's a weapon. And I won't go any more into that because I really think you should. I really think you should read it. I think it's a great read, and there's some interesting characters in there. There's 2 females in there, and their names are Mike and Jack. And one has a tattoo of 1 on their face, and the other has a tattoo of 2 on their face. And they never really come out and say it, but I think they're clones of each other.
Definitely.
But they're also partners.
Ooh.
So there's some kind of weird
Clone lovers?
incest. So I don't even know what you call
Is
that.
it even incest if it's a clone? Let's talk about that right now. That's a real subject. If it's a
just
clone,
really masturbation, is it not? Because you're really having sex with yourself. But it's still considered incest if they're twins, and identical twins are genetically DNA.
if you're sucking off your clone, is it really
Look,
gay?
I don't know, and I don't even want to talk about it anymore with you. I don't know, but it's very interesting, and how one seems to like her, and then the other, I think it's Mike has a thing for her, and then Jack is jealous that Mike kind of has a thing for her, and it's just really, it's kind of interesting. Anyways, one of the characters in charge of one of the councils, she's in charge of the commune. Her name is Ursula. And they're trying to kill her, and they have their own hitman who is Emil. And so they're kind of battling back and forth. And what I like I don't know if you can see this very well. This is Ursula here. I don't know why they have to make...
Like right there. I'm making an action.
I don't know... Sorry. I don't know why all Ursulas have to be made blonde, short hair, and big. You know, I think of Ursula...
Like Little Mermaid?
Yeah.
They're archetype.
Yeah, I guess that's a thing
They're
for
evil,
that name.
They're evil fat ladies.
But one of the things here I thought was very interesting, and I didn't notice it till I was making notes here for this podcast, was there's a swastika on her boot when it shows her walking, and I never noticed that before. And they don't talk about, Nazi or anything in this, but obviously I missed a thing that they're representing the Nazi party, I guess. So even though this is an Argentinian story, it just shows me.
So wait, who is she in this story?
She's like the leader of the commune. It's almost like she's like the godfather or the godmother, I guess, in a way.
Okay.
And but then I noticed that there was a Nazi thing, and it just reminded me that this is Argentina. There's no difference in countries. There's no lines on a map. They have the same concerns that everybody else does. And that is our government's taking over, or there's, this elite core, and why are we kept around just to service this group? And this is, again, this isn't a new concept. This has been around forever, serfs and kings and queens and all that. Anyways, I thought that was incredibly interesting. And I think I just want to leave it at that because you gotta read it. Anyway, so this is Borderline, and
how many are there? How many in total?
There's 4, and I'm going to show you. So
okay.
This is book 1, and I can't remember where I found this at. I think somebody recommended it to me.
Chief, how's it going, man?
And quite honestly, I've looked for it whenever I go into a comic book store because I always wanted to see if there's any more or if they ever did an offshoot, and there isn't, and I don't find this. So it's kind of hard to find. I guess you're going to have to go on Amazon. I love it, but this is book 1.
Remember, guys, out of 600 plus graphic novels and comics, I was like, just grab some that really stuck with you. These are the ones.
So this is book 2. And there's this whole big thing about her and her dolly. I love it. And this is book 3. That's Emil. And then this is book 4. This is the very last one. Anyways, it's worth...
Do they finish it?
They do. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. But I always hoped that, I don't know, I always hoped that they would somehow revive it, because it's great. And the artwork, again, the black and the white, like there's no shading in here. This is all black and white, and it's just wonderful.
The entire art of all these books is just black and white.
Yeah.
It's not like old school black and white. It's contrasting.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So what's the next one that you wanted to talk to them about?
Okay, because it's the holiday season, and I just got these recently. I was so excited. Claws. Okay, what I had said last night was that these guys are badass. This is Grant Morrison.
Who's that? Who is that? Who is Grant Morrison? Because I don't know who
He's
that
done
is.
the Multiverse, Superman.
He's
did
just a
Grant
man?
Morrison do Sin City?
No, that's Miller.
Oh.
That was Miller. Yeah.
This guy has done a lot. I think he did Arkham.
Okay.
Batman Arkham.
Okay.
Anyways, if you know comic books, Grant Morrison, then you know Grant Morrison. You've read his stuff. So I really liked this because, you know, it's the holiday season, but it also is a twist on, they took the story of Santa Claus and they just bumped up the jam.
What kind of jam?
Well, let me tell you.
We talking grape or strawberry?
Oh, I don't even know. I think you're being too white bread there. You know, passion fruit. I don't know.
She's talking 3-berry, man. Triple berry.
So his story is, and maybe I'll show you some of the artwork in the back, just because
Ooh, cool.
I love the one thing I love about comic books is when they do like this, the different ones in the back where they show the different
art
covers.
that didn't make the
Oh my God, these people are just so talented, and I'm jealous.
And they probably all live with their mom still.
So like here's just some, you know, there's your typical Santa Claus, young Santa Claus, older Santa Claus, and there, you know, there he is with his sword because he's badass, man. He's just badass. And then here's another picture with him and his group and Krampus.
Hannah says that she'd actually like to read those.
And here he is. Do you see him with the arrow in his arm? And he's got his she-wolf is Lily. She's so sweet, but she's also
what do you
badass.
mean she-wolf? What is that?
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
And then here he is with the head of Krampus, his she-wolf, and him.
You had me at she-wolf.
And here he is. You see him with all the toys and the sword. My God, come on. Anyways, so in this storyline, it tells his story about how he left his village and he had a sweetheart, but he was very young and he was kind of pushed out for, accused of something he didn't do, kind of thing. And it was his best friend, we find out later on, and then his best friend and his love of his life kind of get together and they're,
Are we talking about the Count of Monte Cristo here? Is this the Count of Monte Cristo story?
No, this is Claus.
Kings to you, Edmond.
Anyways, so in his travels, he's a good man, okay, and he comes across the power of the woods. I guess the spirits of the woods find him.
Okay.
And one night he's by himself and he's doing his flute thing, and he kind of goes.
Oh, he plays a flute.
And he brings up, and then all these. Do you not see it?
Oh snap!
Anyways, he wakes up and there's toys all around him.
Hey, put this stuff right up here so they can see the
sorry.
flute. My God!
And he loves children. He just loves children, and so he doesn't know what to do with all these toys. So see, there's the spirits right there.
Why does he love children?
It doesn't really say anything. Why?
Does he have kids, or is he?
No, he does not have kids.
He want kids, or does he just have that creepy like what is it?
Are you trying to make Santa Claus a creeper?
No. I'm just like, did they inherently be like he loves kids because he takes care of kids, or what is his?
Well, he's evolving into that. We don't.
Okay.
He didn't know he liked kids until this happened, and so
Okay.
he doesn't know what to do with these toys, and so he decides, here's all the toys, see him right there. Then he's going to go take him to his old town. He's kind of around there. When he gets there, the kids aren't allowed to have toys because his old buddy married his old sweetheart. She's totally brain dead, somehow catatonic, and doesn't realize how bad her husband is. And over time, he's just gotten more and more evil. And he won't allow the kids to have toys at all. And in fact, if they find toys, they take them from those kids. The family gets in trouble, and those toys get brought to his son, who is this spoiled ass brat who is just a pain in the ass. And the mom is kind of catatonic, and it's almost like she's living in this la la land and not really not really aware of what's going on, and maybe purposefully, like, this isn't the life she wanted kind of thing.
Son of a bitch!
Did it just break?
No.
Oh. He's a little melodramatic. He takes after his father. So anyway, see, now I don't even know where I was at. Where was I?
You were talking about Santa Claus, you're talking about his toys, you're talking about...
That's right. Okay, and so you have to, again, read the story, and he starts kind of breaking into the town at night. He learns how to get through the houses through the chimneys because the doors are all locked. It kind of explains why he does the things that he does. But the kids get in trouble and all these toys get taken away. And you come to find out that the fathers are required by the king of this, of this village to work in these mines, and he works them till they die. Like, they are not eating, he won't let them eat. They have to work harder and harder, and and they're just bones, and they're dying while they're doing this. Well,
does he feed them?
No, he doesn't feed him. So the story
fuck.
goes on. Oh, and it talks about how he meets Lily. Lily is his she-wolf, and so it's a white wolf that it looks, if I remember correctly, his mother was killed in the winter time, and he adopted Lily. And Lily is this giant she-wolf that just follows him around and helps protect him. And in fact, the funny thing is, and I don't know if you noticed it in some of the pictures here, he doesn't have reindeer. He has wolves that guide his sleigh. Let me see if I can find the picture of it really quick, because it's pretty cool.
Is this goo?
Anyway, I'll have to try to find it later. But here they're not using the white wolves, they're using the dark wolves. But you see, it's the wolves that are guiding his sleigh, which is a very cool idea. Anyways, what we find out is that all these men and this whole town is under the thrall of this king who is using them to break open the prison of Krampus.
God!
Yeah, Krampus the demon.
Damn! Krampus.
So they unleash Krampus because he was promised by Krampus.
It's like the goddamn
that
devil.
You let me out and I'm going to make you king of the world kind of thing. And he gets him out. But then Krampus, he starts demanding children. And he goes after his own son because his own son is the worst of them all because he's spoiled. But here's a picture of Krampus. Like, that's Krampus.
He's a sick bastard.
Yeah.
He loves children.
Yeah.
In the opposite way the other guy loves children, if you know what I mean.
Like, this isn't your usual Santa Claus story. So, anyways, he defeats Krampus. You got to read it for yourself, of course. And in the interim, he gets wounded. And then the spirits make him immortal. So that he can remain Sandy Claus. I shouldn't say Sandy Claus because that's a nightmare before.
Actually, does this
No, it does not.
It doesn't end?
No. Oh, you mean the story doesn't end?
Yeah, does the story end? Like, is there an actual ending to the story? Is he happily ever after Santa Claus?
There's no ending to Santa Claus.
No, who's the antagonist?
The antagonist is the guy and Krampus. Right.
Okay, do they ever defeat Krampus and seal him back in his pit of doom?
You will just have to read it and find out for your damn self. But one of the things in here is he says,
I bet you he
Krampus
does.
says, all bad children belong to me. And then...
That's so naughty. The naughty list
and then the
belongs
next
to Krampus.
page is, look at Santa Claus. There are no bad children. That's right. He comes to regulate. And then at the very end, everyone gets along. The thing comes to an end.
Everyone in Whoville's happy.
Reunite with his sweetheart. And I don't know if you can see this here, but every panel is kind of like years in the future. So it shows him and her when they're young, and it shows her aging, but he does not age because he is now immortal until the very end. And if you can read this without sobbing, you have no soul. He's at her
funeral?
At her funeral. Yeah.
He's a Highlander.
Super sweet. Super cool book. Claus. I totally recommend it.
Does he get more powerful when he defeats Krampus? Is he a Highlander?
Okay, so there is a second book that came out, which is short stories. I do like short stories because you can go get through it pretty quickly, and you don't feel like, oh, I gotta stay up to read the whole thing. Also by Grant Morrison and Dan Mora. I haven't read all of them here. There seems to be some time travel because he goes to different times and he kind of helps out different groups.
Oh no.
And
does he defeat Hitler?
it's very sweet.
Does he fight Hitler?
But he does. Shut up. But he does fight. The Ice Queen is in one of them, so that was kind of cool.
But not Hitler. If you told me that there was someone named Santa Claus who was Santa Claus fighting Hitler, girl, I'd be reading that book tonight.
And there you have it.
So
okay, now what?
We're still on our tonics here.
Let me take this off.
Careful with that knife. Swinging around like a lightsaber, dude.
I'm swinging around like claws.
Ooh, this green one looks mesmerizing.
Well, that one turned out very, looks like it's coming out pretty clear, huh, compared to the other ones. Oh, I just stabbed myself with a knife.
Give me that goddamn lightsaber, woman.
Those are not claws.
Are you okay?
It's just a little bit.
This is a prick.
It's a flesh wound.
God damn, dude. If you're watching this, my lord.
I forbid for you to put this on.
Yeah, no knives.
Well, that just happened.
Someone clip that and say,
and I meant to do that, just so you know. I meant to do that.
Mom swings knife like Krampus.
I'm afraid you're gonna
yeah, I'll do this. Yeah, just if you get to hit, yeah. Hey, careful with that knife, dude.
Stop it.
Now you scared me, dude.
Now I'm scared, and it's your fault. You're the one who cursed me. I was doing fine until you opened up your
You are
mouth.
straight scaring the shit out of me. Put that knife down.
Alright. Oh, this is a flesh wound.
Holy go take care of that.
It's just a little blood.
Yeah, go get a Band-Aid.
It's protein.
Go get a Band-Aid. Is it really sucking yourself off if you're sucking off your own blood?
God, you're stupid.
Okay. Jesus. So, I knew my mama was going to slice herself with that damn knife. Now I gotta work this damn thing off these damn bottles. There we go. Okay, this one's done.
Oh, there you are. There you are. Why is this taking so long?
Why?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Here.
You should have let me started this earlier.
This is the whole process. Alright, here, go ahead and you can get the next one ready. I'm cleaning it out for you. Pull a bottle. Get all the green out of it. Okay. There you go. So guys,
You should start lining them up.
your mom just called you stupid.
Who just said?
Making that blue meth. Shut up, Center. This ain't no blue meth. It's blue magic.
Oh, you think this is Breaking Bad?
Yeah, it's Breaking Bad.
Which I've never seen.
You should.
You know, I keep getting told that, but I have so many things right now that I binge that I don't know if I can take one more thing. Although I've looked at El Camino a couple times, and I've heard that El Camino is a shoot-off or something from Breaking Bad.
It is. It's a direct sequel movie to Breaking Bad.
Do you have to see Breaking Bad though to see El Camino?
Yeah.
Or is it like standalone? Do you even know?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that it would be a like it's for. I would assume you need to see Breaking Bad. It takes place directly after that. So.
Well, I don't know. Breaking Bad's what, like 8 or 9 seasons?
I think Breaking Bad is 6 seasons. And me and Hannah didn't finish the last maybe 2 episodes. It got really intense. I was like, oh shit.
We just finished The Terror.
Oh, is that
with the Asian, with the Japanese? It's not an uni.
is that
they
the
called
boat
it
one?
something-
The boat one? The Terror?
No, so it's called The Terror. Season 1 was this boat one. Back, I don't know, it was England or something, when they were trying to find the passage, and it was with that weird polar bear.
Polar monster thing. It was a monster thing. Yeah.
But season 2, totally different, and it's so worth seeing because they're using Japanese mythos, and they and then they kind of toward the end they kind of put in some Latin mythos on top of it.
Oh,
It was so well done.
They getting deep into mythos.
Because I don't like scary movies and I don't like slasher flicks. And to me, this was more of a psychological, like a myth thing. You know,
Cool.
I wasn't like going, oh, and oh my god, and I can't look or something. You're just like, oh man, this is happening.
This is
you
pretty
know?
cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And then we just started watching The Watchmen. And we're starting to binge that. We haven't, so no spoilers on that one. I've got all the graphic novels, and I have the prequels that they did. And I guess this is not any of that. This is the same universe.
I heard this is a sequel. That this is a sequel
it's the
after.
same universe.
Okay.
But I haven't seen any of the other characters yet.
Who are you looking for?
Well, you know the usual. I hear that from what I understand, Dr. Manhattan does make an appearance and all that. But this is same universe but a different thing, and I'm down for it because I love.
You don't want spoilers?
No, I don't really think I do.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Can I just?
And I'm also binging The Dark Crystal at the same time. See, I don't have time for another thing to binge.
So here's the thing: is like I am gonna spoil this. Hey, this is spoiler alert. And I don't know if it's real, and I haven't seen it, and I'm not interested in seeing it. But I hear that fucking that's the blue guy, Dr. Manhattan, is in every single episode, and he's actually the main character in disguise. That
in The Watchmen?
That The Watchmen you're watching right now?
The main character's a female.
Her husband, the black husband.
Yeah.
That's fucking Dr. Manhattan.
Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah.
Why do that? This is the guy who hasn't seen American Gods.
No, never seen that. What is that?
Or Preacher, which I should bring my graphic novels.
Preacher.
I read The Preacher or The Boys.
Oh, see, Stoner said, yep, it's true, it is, and it's very stupid that he is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, The Terror, pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good stuff. Who says that though?
Stoner Stan said that.
I don't know. Do you know him?
Yeah, he's a regular.
I agree. And he is stupid. He takes after his father.
I am pretty stupid.
This won't
This one's not sifting?
It's just not draining.
Here, will you get me that rag down there?
I don't know if we actually do we need to keep sifting it? Can we just drink that little bit right there?
No, let's just finish up the bottles.
Well, all right.
Calm down. Well, we're not drinking all of this, but
No, I thought we were just taking the taste of each one. Now.
we are. But this crap that's in this is the crap that we don't want. I don't want that.
Well, then I don't want it either.
Now, if someone wants to put in a nice big old fat donation, I'll put all this nasty ass vodka cream together and I'll take a shot of it. But without a big old fat donation, that stuff's going in the trash. That's
where it belongs.
That's where it belongs. Okay, go ahead. Okay, that's where that belongs. The Boys, the show is better than the comics. The comics are
Who
just...
says that?
Stoner Stan. The comics are just edgy to make you feel uneasy. Like, damn it, goes far, too far being edgy.
You know, I want to disagree with you on that.
Do it. And tell them why.
But my husband would probably agree with you. He didn't read the graphic novels, and when he was, and he doesn't like, he watches, he goes to the DC, the Marvel movies because I like them. He could care less. He said, I think 5 years ago, he doesn't even want to see another superhero movie because, I mean, come on, they're not great. You know, some of them have been okay, some are better than others, and some are just downright disappointing. So when we started watching The Boys, I am a purist, and when I've read the graphic novels, I want it to be like the graphic novels. And I understand that you can't do this series like the graphic novels of The Boys because it's too
edgy.
It's too edgy. There's too much of the C word, and yeah, there's a lot of gratuitous blowing up and death and maiming and all that. So I get that. And my husband said that if this was a real world where we had real superheroes, this is what it would look like. Because there would, you know, power corrupts, of course. And so I get your point on that, but I have to, when I go back and I read the books of the Boys, it's just, to me, it's just so much better.
See, I didn't even know the show The Boys existed.
Well, I guess we need to watch it then, don't we?
Yeah, I didn't know that even existed.
I think it's on Prime.
How's Lucifer? You watching that Lucifer show?
Okay, so I have the graphic novels of Lucifer and the full series, and Lucifer is a character from the Sandman universe, and he is an awesome character, and his series of graphic novels are wonderful. And if you have any kind of religious background, they pay such an homage to all of the different religions, and Catholicism is one of the big ones. But I can do that, honey. I'm sorry.
Okay, keep telling them. I'm interested too.
But when I was gonna watch Lucifer, and I was so excited when it came out, but it is not the graphic novels. It's a soap opera, and so I didn't get past the first, I think, 10 or 15 minutes of.
Is it based off the graphic novels? Or no?
Loosely.
Like loosely, just well. Here's the thing: is it you can have a character named Lucifer and call a show named Lucifer, and it not be based off a comic named Lucifer, or is it actually based off this comic Lucifer?
I think it's the character.
It's from that comic.
Yes,
Okay.
I believe so. At least that was my understanding of it. But oh man, is it so much better? And I hear that they're going to come out with the Sandman series, and I'm very excited about
Stoner
that.
says very loosely.
Oh, so are you watching it then?
Yeah, Stoner, do you watch that one?
Is it worth seeing? I don't know. Even if it is, I don't want to see it. I'm a purist. I want things to be pure.
She's one of those fans, like I said, if you fuck with the brand, hate. She's not the kind that likes any brand with the name.
Yeah. Although I have to say I was without for Preacher. I got it. Although I'm going to say the last few episodes of the last season, they had such a good thing, and it just seemed like they made the most interesting character, Air Star. Kind of made him a pussy toward the end, and I wasn't on board with that. But I understood why they changed it for to put it on television, and I was okay with it. And American Gods is different from the book, and I'm okay with it. And I'm looking forward to the next season. So I'm a purist in most things. I don't know what the rhyme or reason is to it, but you know, there you have it. Okay.
So I think we can safely say that it's time to try these horrible, horrible, horrible drinks. There they all are. In their beautiful glory. And here's all the slurm. They call this slurm.
Are you just making that up? Or is it really called slurm?
No, I just made that up, but that's probably what this shit is called, slurm.
That's a great name for it.
Yeah, this is the slurm.
It's very descriptive.
Yeah, and if you took a shot of straight slurm, you ready to go, baby.
That's all sugar.
It's pure sugar vodka, dude. Okay. Slurm. Alright. Mostly how movies adapt comics. Too cool. Oh, Eric, what's going on, man? Talk about comic. Cool. Mostly how movies adapt comic poorly, like the ones I hate are most of the CW shows.
I haven't seen any of those.
Eric here. Eric, you've seen the Batwoman, right? And we were just talking about Batwoman possibly being bad. We were talking about Batwoman.
I've heard that it's not so great. I was going to start watching that, but
let's go ahead and start with this one.
I think I like things to be edgy, and I heard it wasn't all that great. And I have some of the, I don't have all of them, but I do have some of the Batwoman comic books, and I really liked her. She was kind of badass.
Is that a big shot?
I think that's a pretty big shot. And one of my favorite writers, Gail Simone. I don't know if you know this gal, but she is so awesome. She did one of my most favorite story arcs with Wonder Woman called the Odyssey story arc. Changed her costume the whole bit. Loved it, and I love Gail Simone. If I ever, when she comes out with something new, I usually go and read it. She did Birds of Prey, which I see that they're making a movie of, and I've seen the trailer for, and it looks horrible. But again, I'm a purist.
All right, guys.
Which one is this one?
This is strawberry. I brought myself a Coca-Cola. I don't drink vodka usually. I especially don't drink flavored vodka, and I can only assume that this is going to be extra on both of those fronts. So that's why I got myself a Coke. There's a Coke there if you need it. Yeah, see, Eric says he's not even going to pirate that shit. He said it's not even worth his time. Okay, you ready?
What do you mean pirate? What does that really mean? I'm not going to pirate that shit.
That means even if he could go and download that show for free, he wouldn't even go watch it.
And with that,
yeah, and
cheers.
Here's a strawberry filled vodka to that.
it's not terrible. I don't know if I need to drink any more of it. There's some strawberry goodness in there.
It actually tastes like a strawberry Skittle. At first I was like, no. But then when it leaves,
you have strawberry in the beginning, but there's the burn, which is probably the Smirnoff, which I'm not a fan of at the tail end.
Okay, get rid of these cups. Next cup. Ooh! God, this is going to be horrible.
And I don't think I want to try, I don't like the sour ones. I'm not sure if I want to try those.
Well, that's fantastic, but
I'll take this one away.
yeah, we can go in. We can go and just, no, I'll put it there just because it's pretty, so people see it. We're going to go ahead and do the green. It's not the sour. Oh, man. Whose bright idea was this? We thought this was a good idea.
Crisis on Infinite Earth is also really bad. And the books are okay. I mean, I've got them at home, and I kind of like them.
The CW show is not good, though, for that?
I mean, Pariah, he's a great character. I don't know if people love the CW. They like following. I hear it all the time. You're not doing the Green Arrow. And all the other ones. Supergirl.
Would you like to have some shots? Cool.
I just want good. That's all I want. I want good. And I got to tell you, my favorite all-time movie still right now. Well, I can't say Deadpool was awesome, but
strawberry
was Batman. The one with what was it? With Bane.
Yeah, Batman with Bane.
See,
what are we talking about?
See, I'm already feeling it. My favorite
Batman
comic book movie is still Batman with Bane. It's
The
Batman,
Dark Knight Rises.
The Dark Knight Rises.
Fuck yeah, that one's awesome.
It's every time it comes on and I watch it with just mesmerized.
Just the music, it's like dun 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 dun
Tom
dun
Hardy
dun
did
dun
such
dun
a
dun.
great job of him.
I love me some
Bane,
Tom Hardy.
and I love Bane.
Tom Hardy, my wife would cheat on me in a second for some Hardy. And I would want to film that shit because he's hot as shit, dude.
Oh my god.
Tom Hardy?
I want you to shut up right
You could
now.
probably, dude.
Oh god, shut up.
You seen him in Taboo? He ghost raped his sister. I knew it was real love then.
Actually, Taboo is really good.
I mean, he really ghost raped his sister in that shit.
And he really did.
Alright, so to ghost raping your sister in Taboo.
No, would you shut up?
She meant to go say it too.
I almost toasted that.
Alright, here we go. This is I believe it's wild. Was it wild berry or?
I think it's just lime.
No, it was some weird offshoot berry flavor. But here we go.
Oh, melon.
Nasty?
Yeah, that one wasn't pleasant.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm going to tell you right now that one was not pleasant.
I
think it was too bad.
That one.
Let's put them in order from worst to best. So right now, I would say the
Well, that's
green
the
is at the
best?
bottom.
Oh, you want to do it that way? Okay.
Yeah, and this at the best, and we'll put these right here because we're gonna try them.
And I'm just gonna say we're gonna do it this way.
Okay.
This is the best so far.
Okay.
And this I know is gonna be down here somewhere.
Oh, yeah,
I'll
that was-
put that there.
That was really bad.
All right, let's do the next one.
I kind of like Constantine too. I don't know if you're talking about CW Constantine if they did that, but I did like Constantine movie. We're talking about Constantine.
It was all right. He's a great character. I don't know if Keanu Reeves was the best choice,
He is nowadays.
but
Keanu's hot right now.
he's pretty hot right
Telling
now.
you right now, Keanu's they paying top dollar for Keanu right now. He making more money than he ever made in.
I
right
don't
now.
think he was a good choice for that. Just like who was that dumb shit that they had to do with Ghost Rider?
Oh, Nicolas Cage?
Oh God, he's such a terrible actor.
Oh, Nick Cage? Have you guys heard about Nick Cage's new movie? Let me tell you about Nick Cage's new movie. I think it's about I think it's called like the greatest movie you ever heard of, or like something about this. But it's a movie where Nick Cage plays Nick Cage as a guy who made Face Off and The Rock, and he makes all these in the show, and it does almost like a documentary about Nick Cage, and then it turns into a CIA where he's got to become an operative and use his own real world persona in this different way. It sounds fucking awesome. I'm like, Nick Cage could pull that shit off. He riffs off his
I
own
can't
self.
stand his voice.
Nick Cage?
I can't stand his voice.
He's the black and white nerd Spider-Man. He redeemed himself with that.
I know that he was, and he did redeem himself, but only in that character. In that universe. Only then will I allow it. Which, by the way, Spider-Verse was awesome.
Spider-Verse is one. I mean, she was
Something I had never seen before.
She was like, and we were talking about The Matrix and how the first Matrix is one of those movies, and I haven't really seen this movie before. I haven't kind of seen anything like this, and then we were talking about other movies that kind of set standards and trends. She had said Armageddon, with the slow walkout, with people walking out in slow motion as a team.
And now after that, you see it all the time.
I believe that something special with Spider-Verse. That is something I had not seen.
I had not seen it before. I agree.
Super special, and I believe that as soon as they catch on to it, we should and we deserve a superhero movie in that art style for every superhero. It's really an amazing art style. The way that they comic booked it and had the subtitles, I love that. Anyways,
I agree.
This is sour orange. Okay, pop your code. This is sour orange, guys. AB, how's it going, man? We are trying our drinks and talking about movies and shooting the shit. So this is sour orange, and here we go. Cheers. Oh my god.
That is awful. That is horrible. Don't ever do that one. Oh my god.
That's for guests that you don't like,
And you want them to leave now.
and you need them to go immediately.
That's horrible.
You serve them a single small shot of the
Oh
orange.
my god.
Come here.
What is she doing?
Oh, that's Esme's new thing.
Oh.
Oh my god, dude.
Give me your cup.
This is quite possibly one of the worst drinks I've ever drinking.
Cool, I don't want any. Look how cute it is, baby.
Baby, I don't have time for this. Put this behind.
That goes behind.
You know what scares me is I didn't think you could get worse than that, and this one's worse, and we still have 3 to try.
Mm-hmm.
Could it get worse than this?
Well, we have one more sour one. Although that's
Oh,
the
is that-
lime.
is that the orange?
It's awful.
It is,
Is it-
horrible.
Is
That's
that
the sour
sour?
orange.
The sour orange.
All right, let's do it. Come on.
So let's talk about Dune movie coming
Pour
out.
Pour me one too.
We're talking about Dune movie coming
Don't
out.
even get me started.
Okay, we're talking, and I would love to do an episode on Dune, but I was like, there's so much to talk about Dune. But we got the new Dune movie coming out.
And I'm excited. The cast that they have for
Dave They got Dave.
If they fuck that shit up, it's because they fucked that shit up on purpose.
If they fuck that shit up, you lynch the fucking director. Okay? That's the only... They have the actors, they have the story, and guess what? It's 2020, 2021, 2022 when this shit comes out. They got the tech. If it's not fucking on point, like that bullshit trash MechWarrior 5 game I'm playing, I am going to judge it that you're not on point. You've had how many decades to master a fucking movie in this universe, which you can build 20 plus movies on it, an entire franchise, toy lines, movies, books, you have it all, and you just can't fucking capitalize on it? Laziness. Pure
And out
laziness.
of all the Frank Herbert books, and all the prequels, and all the end books by his son Brian Herbert and Kevin Anderson.
Don't ever forget about Brian.
Which I've read them all.
Don't forget about Brian.
They've got so much that's already there. They don't have to make shit up.
It's all there, dude.
It's all there.
Game of Thrones, they only had so many books. The books are already made. They don't gotta worry about a fat piece of shit in his closet to type out a book. They're already there, dude. Go and make multiple movies. Sci-Fi Channel, they did the extended like, hey, here's the Dune. It was pretty good.
It was pretty good. Their costumes sucked. But it was better.
Look.
But the movie was
It was
awesome.
better than the David Finch Dune, which took liberties, which now I look back on and I appreciate for the liberties they took. But that's also speaking of the David Finch Dune is for fans who want anything to do with Dune. I don't want anything to do with Dune.
You want Dune.
I want Dune. Okay?
Yeah.
I want the Bible, and I want it done by word. Show me the movie, okay?
Just do that. I don't need that big one.
Here, no.
I don't want to. No.
Stop! We do this together, equally, okay?
You're bigger than I am.
I've also heard that this first Dune movie is only supposed to take place from Child Dune all the way to when he becomes Fremen, and then it's supposed to stop, which scares me because if it doesn't do well, does that mean that all we're gonna get? That actually scares me.
Well, I hope they do it like they've done other movies where they do it all at the same time so that the movies can come out.
6 to 8 months
But
in
I want
unison.
do the prequels. Do House Harkonnen. Do House Atreides. Do House Carino.
See,
Why do the Harkonnens and the Atreides hate each other? It's all there. They were best buds. Anyway, read it. Butler and Jihad.
so he said, Stone Sand says, Green Hornet is a bad movie. He says, Doom is also a thing I know well because it's so metal. He says, Eric says, that reminds me, MO, of this thing. My friend's mom had the thing with the text, all guests bring joy, some win, they come when others when they leave. Eric, you been drinking with us? I don't know what that means. So understand, the straight to DVD Doom is boring as hell.
Is that supposed to be Dune? Or is that Doom?
Are you
talking about Doom? The
Yeah. Let's clear it up. We talking Dune. D-U-N-E. Doom? Bro, that's some B-movie trash. You think I'd be sitting here talking about Doom? I will one episode. But right now, no. We're talking about Dune. Dave.
Are we talking about Ilea the Knife?
Is it Bautista?
Bautista is
Dave Bautista?
He's gonna be Raban the Beast.
Dude, if he
That's
is
Raban
not
Harkonnen.
fucking epic. God.
They've
Okay?
got good characters.
We need Princess
But are you
Irulan.
talking Doom? D-O-O-M? Are you talking Dune? D-U-N-E? And
Oh.
autocorrect was on.
He says that he's Eric was talking about this is the one that you didn't like and wanted to give the guest. This is the one that's supposed to bring joy. It comes out when he for guests.
Oh, I got you. We were on a totally different wavelength than we were.
Doom. No, we ain't talking about Doom. That's that Chris. No. That's that Dwayne Johnson stuff. We ain't talking about Doom. We're talking about Dune, dude. The spice, brother.
The spice must flow.
If it doesn't flow, the guild will get so fucking mad, and they will send a ship
The Navigators.
to the Navigators.
Navigators. That is awful.
Really?
That tastes like cough syrup.
As soon as you said that, I would completely agree. But then coming from this, I would completely agree with that. though. This tastes like cherry.
This is slightly better than that.
This is wild cherry, and it did taste like cherry cough syrup.
It tasted like NyQuil, cherry flavored NyQuil.
You're absolutely right. Here, I'm gonna take. I would take the green.
Put that one in there.
Yeah.
Put that right there.
I would take the green. I'm gonna tell you right now, my asshole's puckering, dude, because of this fucking shit, dude. It's gonna blow my colon out with this sugar water. This is trash. This is absolute trash. So we've got sour lime.
Let's get that one over with.
And we've got raspberry. Gentlemen, which one we take? No, we'll let the gentlemen choose. Which one we go first? We go on the lime. We go on the raspberry. This one's a sour Skittle, and the last sour Skittle one I had made me want to shoot myself. God, it was bad.
The last sour one.
Oh, he said lime. He says lime.
I don't think there's lime. It's lemon. It's lemon and it's blue raspberry.
It says leave the sour for last. But we have a lime and an AB. Eric, which one are we drinking? Eric is the choice. Eric, are we drinking the blue or are we drinking the yellow?
Are you going to take the red pill?
Yeah.
Or are you going to take the blue pill?
Do you want to see how far this rabbit hole goes down?
It's
or you
blue.
want to go back to your little fucking apartment, go to sleep, pretend everything's the same and okay?
He's already responded blue. All right.
Sick bastard.
Here we go.
So, me and my madre here, we're watching Matrix Reloaded, and I'm like, you know, it's interesting that the Oracle told Trinity that she would fall in love with the One. It's interesting that I would argue that Trinity wouldn't have fallen in love with Neo had she not been told that from the Oracle. That she questioned.
I don't want that much.
She questioned it, right? He's talking to the architect and he says, hey, every single one of you have done the same single thing, but you're different. You know what's different about you? Vis-a-vis love. And I'm like, you know what's interesting is he has a love for Trinity. That love for Trinity came from Trinity allowing the love, obviously, to blossom. And Trinity allowed that love to blossom because she was told by the Oracle that she would fall in love with the One. And the One was Morpheus saying, this guy is the one. She trusted Morpheus. And that trust allowed her, with the Oracle and Morpheus, allowed her to be like, hey, maybe I actually love this guy, which created the real feelings. The One, as we know, is Agent Smith. But it's interesting that the Oracle also knew that, and she told Trinity what she needed to know to make crazy-ass Neo do what he needed to do. Crazy-ass Oracle to that crazy-ass lady.
Oracle. Oh, it's not terrible, but it's not good. I would put it right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God, give me that. Give me your glass.
Let's
Oh, my God.
let's just sit and think for a second before I pour this shot. This tastes like death. Like if you put death into liquid form, like liquid asshole, it would turn into this. This is kind of like
You got a cough? You might take that. It might help with a cough.
yeah. Or if your cat is dying, you might want to put some of this in his water to help him pass through.
Too soon. Too soon. My cat just died.
Her cat died. Well, just died is rough, but within
A week ago?
a week ago.
Yeah, he was an old cat. Look what he's doing to me.
It's a family cat. No, hey, I shed my tears for him. Let's all give a moment and a moment of peace to Stormy. He was a badass cat. I had him a long time.
He was 17 and a half.
17 and a half. That old cat lasted.
You were 13 when we got him.
I was 13. He looked like Bagheera from Jungle Book. Sometimes I called him Bagheera because he looked like Bagheera. But he is passed, and this drink will obviously do to the cat. makes me think about my cat over there. He's only 13, 14. He's got some time, but
He's fine.
there will come a time, guys.
He's a fat, healthy
If you
cat.
hit that follow button and you know me, I've been streaming actually for 10 months. Every single day. Every single day for 10 months. Join our family, dude. We will see Cat. We will have a RIP funeral in the next 2-3 years. 4 years, 5 years, who knows?
Stormy.
Seriously? Give me a second. Honestly, that one was so trashy.
Are you talking about this one?
Yeah, I'm so surprised you put that there.
Do you think it needs to go here? Or
No,
do you think it needs to go here?
To tell you the truth, they're all fucking horrible. This one is almost doable, but these are all horrible. I mean, they're all
So
horrible.
are these all equally horrible? Or should there just be a line this way?
God, no. I mean, sweet Jesus, they're all horrible.
Well, let's do it.
Okay, here we
I
go.
need to be done with this. Stormy. That's not terrible. It's lemony. It's not sweet though.
This tastes like a lemon head. This is delightful.
I wouldn't say it was delightful.
After all of that fucking horrible trash.
I would put it here though.
Oh, man. The sour lemon actually ended up being the best of them all. That one, if someone said you gotta drink another one, I will definitely pick that fucking one.
If you put that with a little bit of lemon juice or
No,
lemonade,
yeah,
that would be refreshing.
This one right here, you can actually do something with.
Let me get some lemonade. Let's try it.
Go get some lemonade. We actually have some Minute Maid lemonade. This one is actually so refreshing. We gonna keep the party going, guys. We're gonna get Hannah too. Get Hannah. She needs to try this. This lemon one, dude, is on point. No lie. This one's on point, guys.
Okay.
Come try this one. This one's the best one. Sour lemon.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to try one, Kaya? Get a glass. Come try one with us. This is the best one. Trust, Mom. Is it the best one?
It's the best one.
It really is.
Is that your glass? Yeah. Hannah, let me have it.
We have a glass for you, Kaya. I got
clean?
one. Yeah, it's clean.
Okay.
And we're gonna add just a shot of Minute Maid lemonade, just to make it just a little bit more.
I want to
soothing.
taste mine by itself.
Okay.
Just so that I can like.
Give Kaya some lemonade though, because we
make mine soothing.
There's 3. She wants to appreciate the soothingness. Drink the lemon one for 1 hour.
Come on.
Hey.
I don't think you're even on camera. That's all right. That's why I'm over here. I'm not on camera.
This lemon one, guys, is the winner. All the other ones, horrible. The sour orange is the devil's drink. I think Satan would actually throw that shit to the curb.
This one I love.
Hey, thanks for following, man. Thank you for following. And here it is, so the lemon drink, guys. This is the end of the episode. Tomorrow we'll be here with Mama Dukes for the last night. And again, have a good night, guys. Thank you.
Salute.
Hannah, will you go ahead and stream?
That's not bad.
That's fucking.
Bad.